It's time to be selfish. If you're making six figures or you're a high figure earner, but still feel trapped in the corporate world, this is your wake up call. I'm about to show you why being selfish with your personal development is needed and the key to replacing your income and building a business on your terms. And if you stick around to the end, then I'll go over a framework with you that's worked for me in my self-development and that has helped thousands of others with, if they follow this framework. So, hey everyone, I am back. Welcome back to On Your Terms. I'm Tona Lisa Walters, business coach, truck driver, and stroke survivor. If you're a high figure earner and you're feeling stuck in, the corporate grind and you're dreaming about building your own business, being an entrepreneur, but not sure how to make the leap or take the leap, then this video is specifically for you. And I'm talking about being selfish in your personal development, in that journey, the kind that transforms six-figure employees into six-figure and seven-figure entrepreneurs. You're ready to stop working for somebody else and start building your own. So hit that subscribe button if you're ready to design a business and life on your terms, because that's exactly what we're building here on this channel. Let me tell you about the one time when I decided to make a selfish decision and how it changed everything for me. I was living in Kansas City, Missouri. I had a dream of living by the ocean, but, my family was in Kansas City. That was my comfort zone. It was, familiar faces, familiar places. But I've always had this dream that I wanted to live by the beach. Call it crazy, I know. Black people don't do water, but I've always loved the beach. My husband was on the dive team. My daughter was on the swim team. And we've always loved water. And it was calling to me. So it was calling my name. And everyone thought I was nuts. Why would I leave my family? Why would I leave what I know? Why would I leave everyone I know and move to Florida? There's no one there. And what if it doesn't work? Blah, 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 all of this. And the pressure to stay was intense for me because I am very close to my sister, my siblings. I was close to my brother too. I didn't want to move. I didn't want to leave my family. I didn't want to miss my nieces and nephews growing up because we were close. But sometimes your dreams require distance. And here's what I realized. I had to be selfish with my vision for my life. So I made the move from Kansas City, Missouri to Jacksonville, Florida. And I love it there. I left everything familiar behind to chase this dream of living by the ocean. And you know what? That selfish decision to follow my dream was the catalyst for everything else that came after that. The mindset shift I had of putting my vision first, the confidence I gained from betting on myself, what we've built in a new city. It all started with that one selfish choice to prioritize my happiness. And because my happiness and my dreams, that doesn't mean you don't care about others. It just means that you're going to prioritize your own. And that is what changed everything. It didn't just change my address. It changed the trajectory of my future, and building something on my terms. Because being selfish with your self-development goals is the most strategic investment you can make in yourself, in your future, in your personal growth journey. So that's what I had to do. And let's redefine selfishness for high achievers. Okay, because let's get it straight. I'm not talking about becoming an a-hole or abandoning your responsibilities. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about being strategic with your selfishness, and it's for your personal growth, your personal development, the kind where you prioritize your self-improvement, your professional growth, your professional development, your professional goals, and your entrepreneur dreams over, other people's comfort zones. And you just be strategic with it. Strategic self-development equals your path to freedom. And what nobody tells six-figure earners or high-figure earners is your current success can be your biggest trap, because you feel like I'm making good money, so everyone expects you to stay where you're at. You're fine in your comfort zone, but deep down inside, you're capable of so much more. You want to build something more, and you want to do it on your terms, but you're letting everything else and other people's expectations dictate your personal growth and your personal development plans. So right now it's time to be selfish with your self-care, your self-development. And first up, your physical and mental health. I don't care how busy you think you are. If you're not taking care of your body and your mind, everything else will fall apart. And that's exactly how I had my stroke. I was not taking care of myself. I wasn't putting myself first. And now I have to concentrate on myself because I understand how important it is for my future. So be selfish with your morning routine. Be selfish with your workout time. Be selfish with your sleep schedule. Me, I'm a night owl. I don't sleep like I'm supposed to, but I have to make a change on that, you know? So while everyone else is out doing whatever they're doing, prioritize your mental health. Prioritize taking care of your body, because when everybody else is nursing that illness, you're building your financial future. So you have to be selfish with that. Be selfish with your entrepreneur dreams. Let's talk about your business ideas and what you've been sitting on. The one that keeps coming up, and you keep putting it off because you're too busy helping everybody else with what they got going on, or building everybody else's dreams, so everybody else with their problems. It's time for you to be selfish with your entrepreneur journey. Stop making excuses, because we do that. Stop waiting for the perfect time or the perfect moment, and stop asking for everyone's permission to chase your dreams. Just go after it. If you feel it deep down inside, start going after it. Set boundaries, and when people ask you to hang out, or you do something else that gets in the way of what your dreams are, you have to be selfish and say no. And your future self will thank you for it. When you're financially free, while everyone else is still complaining about their jobs and what they should have did, then you won't be doing that. You'll be further along, and you have to be selfish with your personal development. And here's where most high achievers get it wrong with their self-development, because you think I'm already successful. So you think whatever got you here, you kind of just coast with that, keep doing that. But what got you to this point, the skills that got you to a six-figure employee will not get you to a 6 or 7-figure entrepreneur. So you do have to start working on your personal growth. Personal growth never stops at any income level. And it's time to be selfish with that, because your personal development plans, it depends on it. And I'm talking about investing in yourself, like a personal development coach would recommend you do, but with urgency. of someone who knows they're not going to be in corporate America forever. Your time in corporate America is limited. So set aggressive development goals and learn skills that your current job doesn't require. Study industries that you're curious about. Just start working on your skills. Take courses on the weekends while while everybody else is doing whatever, binge watching Netflix, spending 5 hours on TikTok. You work on your self development, and it's for the sake of your future. Um, and it directly translates to your business success. Business success. Your professional development goals should extend way beyond what HR is telling you recommends. Because they're just telling you what to keep you there. Think bigger than that. What skills do you need to replace your six-figure income so that you can be your own boss in your own business? That's your self-development roadmap right there. Just think about the skills that you need outside of what you're doing. And so let's talk about your your personal financial money strategy. For high earners, you're already making six figures, but here's the trap. Lifestyle inflation. You just people just you earn the money, so you just shop. But just because you can afford something doesn't mean you should go buy it right now. It doesn't mean you can't do it later. Just right now, especially if you're serious about replacing your corporate income with your entrepreneurial income. Be selfish with your money. Be selfish with your financial runway. While everybody else is out shopping, you should be building your freedom fund. You need to have a freedom fund, and that's going to help you with your personal development. While you're working on your personal development, that freedom fund is going to be the money that lets you take risks, invest in coaching, invest in yourself, invest in your personal development, and survive while you're going through this transition period. Okay, and those that should include financial literacy that goes beyond employee thinking. Um, you're going to think like an employee, but you need to start thinking like a boss. Learn about business finances, learn about cash flow, learn about strategic investments for entrepreneurs. This knowledge becomes crucial when you're building on your own, when you're building your own business and you're doing it on your terms. This is all things that you need to know. And be selfish, excuse me, with your relationship standards. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, or it might ruffle some feathers, but this is something that you need to discuss, in your romantic relationship, in your marriage. If you're married or in a serious relationship, it's time to be selfish about your standards, the standards you set. And I'm not talking about being selfish in your relationship. I'm talking about being selfish with who you're in a relationship with. That matters. Um, when you're in a relationship, your spouse should be your biggest supporter, your business partner in building wealth. It should be someone who's not dragging you down. It should be someone that is not selfish, and you should be selfish enough to expect your partner to be there for you and to support your entrepreneur dreams. Be selfish enough to want someone who's investing in themselves as well. You both need to be investing in yourselves. Being selfish enough to want financial freedom together. Okay, and here's what I mean. When you tell your spouse that you want to start a business, do they say go for it? How can I help you? It's time to do this, or do they immediately list all the reasons why it's not going to work and have all of these negatives to say? When you want to invest in a course or coaching, are they your biggest cheerleader, or are they telling you no? Are they your biggest critic? So the payoff when you're both selfish about your growth is you become an unstoppable team. You're not just building individual success. You're building together something bigger, stronger, better, faster together. You're building generational wealth. And I've seen too many people sacrifice their dreams for partners who don't even care. They don't even appreciate the sacrifice. So don't be that person. Be selfish enough to want a partner who sees your vision and sees your ambition and pushes you forward. Um, that's going to matter on your journey. Um, so here's a framework for building on your terms. And this has helped people. This has helped a lot of people. It helped me. And it helps high figure earners transition into entrepreneurship on their own terms. Number one, the personal growth priority matrix. Rank every opportunity that comes your way by how it directly contributes to your entrepreneurial goals. High impact personal development gets your time. Everything else gets scheduled around that. Make sure that you've taken the time to work on what matters. Number two, professional development detox. Stop attending corporate trainings or meetings or whatever that does not serve the future business that you're wanting to start. Redirect that energy towards self-improvement, excuse me, that actually matters for your future and where you're going. Number three, the income replacement timeline. Set specific self-development goals with deadlines tied to the transition timeline that needs to match up. If you want to leave corporate America in 18 months, then your personal development that you're working on the plans, they need to reflect that. And it needs to reflect it with urgency. Number four, the terms check. Before saying yes to any commitment, ask yourself, does this move me towards my goal? Does it move me closer to building a business on my terms? If not, it's a big fat no. And no is a complete sentence. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't have to give a reason. Just no. Just no, because that does not work for what you're trying to do. And I know that some of you are thinking, but I have these responsibilities. I can't just quit my job. I got this high paying job and I need it. What if this business doesn't work? But what if it does work? And listen, I'm being strategic with self-development isn't about being reckless. I'm not telling you to be reckless or just quit, or it's not about that. It's about being intentional with your personal growth so you can transition. And it'll be on the terms that you want to transition, the timeline you want. It's not out of desperation. So when you focus on the right self-improvement activities, you'll be right where you need to be. You're building skills that make you valuable, whether you're an employee or whether you're self-employed, because you're going to be always building those skills. And just like my move from Kansas City to Jacksonville showed me, sometimes the most selfish decision is the one that unlocks everything else. That choice to follow my dreams to move of living by the beach didn't just change my location. It changed my entire mindset. And it opened doors that I didn't even know or even thought about, knew that I didn't know existed. So here's the bottom line. The world doesn't need another broke, burnt out people pleaser. The world needs you at your absolute best. And that requires being selfish with your time, being selfish with your energy, being selfish with your resources. Your dreams matter. Your financial freedom matters. Your health matters. And your future matters. And if that makes you selfish, put it on a t-shirt and wear it with pride, because it is what it is. So today, pick one area where you're going to implement strategic selfishness. Maybe it's saying no to some plans that you don't really want to do that doesn't serve your goals. Maybe it's finally starting the business that you've been wanting to start. Maybe it's investing in yourself instead of everyone else's. Investing in the course, investing in the business coach. And if this spoke to you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content about building wealth as a couple, because I believe in that's going to strengthen you, strengthen your relationship, and starting a business, designing the life on your terms. So drop a comment below and tell me, what's your biggest personal development goal that you have? How would that help you move closer to entrepreneurship? Are you prioritizing self-improvement that actually serves you and serves your vision of building something better and building something on your terms? I read every comment and I'll respond to as many as I can as soon as I can. Until next time, remember, being selfish with your self-development is the most generous thing you can do for yourself, for your future. Keep building on your own terms. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.